Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Devin and thank you for coming to visit. Please be sure to subscribe and to hit the bell notification right next to it so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. So first things first, Happy New Year. 2022 is over. We are into the beauty that will be 2023, and I hope you all have beautiful and wonderful holidays if you celebrate them. So it's officially New Year, New Me time, and I want to share with you all some of my New Year's resolutions and some ways that your New Year's resolutions can be a little bit more realistic and you can actually achieve some of them. So I like to group my resolutions in categories. That way I can have a good understanding of what specific areas I would like to improve upon in my life. So if you see me looking down, I have my notes in front of me. And so for me, I have personal, physical, professional, and financial goals for 2023. So before we get specifically into my New Year's resolutions, I'm going to give you the best acronym that has helped me with all of my life goals in the last year, not even just my New Year's resolutions, but it's creating SMART goals. And by SMART, I mean specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. That is going to be your best friend for determining your goals. So to kind of begin getting into my own goals, let's start with personal goals, right? Now, my general personal goal is I want to have a better quality of life. That's very general and that's very not specific. So first thing we need to do is break down what does a better life look like for me. And personally, I've come up with 4 goals that I would like to do every single day that I feel like would greatly improve my quality of life. So specifically, I want to, 1, make my bed every single day. I've actually been doing this for a little over a month now, and it's kind of been a good habit that I've already started, but I would like to continue it going into 2023. I want to do 5 to 10 minutes of yoga every single morning. I have a really hard time getting out of bed. It does not matter if I get 6 hours of sleep or 10 hours of sleep. I'm gonna roll in bed for 45 minutes before I actually get up. And I started doing this about a week ago, and I can genuinely say it's nice and it helps me wake up. And I'm not trying to do anything intensive. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. I'm basically just stretching for 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. I'll try to remember to leave a link to some of the videos that I've been following. That's like 7-minute morning yoga routines, and they're just some basic stretches. I'm not trying to work out. I'm not trying to sweat. I'm kind of trying to sit there and be more mindful, look more inward with myself, and I'm trying to do that every morning. I want to consistently do my skincare routines morning and evening. I have a few issues with my skin, which I would like to deal with and improve upon. I have some acne scarring. I just have hyperpigmentation around my cheeks, just some areas I would really like to smooth out and improve. So specifically, do my skincare routine every morning and every evening. And my third personal goal is to take 3 trips next year to places I have never been. I feel like sometimes, especially in our mid-20s, we're focusing on getting that job, getting all our money, like pursuing everything, like, and working ourselves really hard so that we can eventually enjoy, trips to Alaska and Ireland and, kind of those bigger, crazier trips. But there are also times where you just need to take a vacation and you need to do something for yourself. So that's a personal goal of mine, to just travel more, kind of spoil myself a little bit more, and to not prioritize working and grinding and securing the bag at expense of like giving myself nice experiences. I am an experiences kind of person. If I'm gonna spend money, I don't really care to have bags and clothes and shoes and that kind of stuff. I'm not really one of those girls. I prefer to have memories and experiences. So those are all my personal goals, and kind of just going over the SMART acronym again. They're all specific. I know exactly what they are. They're all measurable. Did I make my bed or did I not make my bed? They're all achievable. Nothing I'm asking to doing of myself personally is impossible or really relies on anybody else. I don't need anybody else to travel. I don't need anybody else to make my bed. I don't need anybody else to do yoga. These are all realistic goals that would potentially add 15 minutes to my morning at max. Timely. These are going to be daily tasks for me. Apart from traveling, which I'm not going to put myself on the timeline to travel, the timeline is this year. Moving on to physical goals. This one was another one that was really general because I too would just like to lose some weight, would like to fit better in my clothes, would like to feel more confident in my own skin. So it was important for me to kind of narrow down specifically what I would need to do in order to make that happen. Number 1, I'm going to attempt to close all the rings on my Apple Watch at least 5 times a week. I feel like that kind of makes it a little bit more realistic than trying to say every single day, because there might be days at work where I'm swamped and I don't move from my desk, versus sometimes where I make it a point to walk around my office, go for a walk by the river, something like that. So that's one. I bought a 90-day workout plan a year or two ago that I've never gotten past the first week on. So I would like to complete this 90-day workout plan starting January 1st. I want to significantly change the way I eat. And for this, I actually have an app, and it's called Intent. If you all are curious about it, they not sponsoring me, they ain't asking me to talk about this, but it has really helped me create healthy meals, because I find that me being 25, one of the hardest things is thinking of a healthy meal, grocery shopping for a healthy meal, and then cooking said healthy meal. I'm not a chef or anything, but I'm competent enough to cook some meals for myself. But I find that I was cooking the same thing over and over and over again. Or I was just eating a lot of pastas because it was quick and easy. Or I was eating salads because they were quick and easy, but then feeling unfulfilled and then eating a whole cake later, So I've been using this app for probably about 3 months just to get a better idea of what I'm eating, when I'm eating, and just tracking everything that's going into my body. And I feel like it has significantly helped me diversify my diet, which has been a big thing. I realized I don't eat nearly as many vegetables as I thought I did. It's been nice to try different meals and kind of figure out what I like and what I don't like. And my favorite thing about the app is it tells me how to portion out for one person. I grew up in a big family. We're a family of 6, right? And so it was really hard for me when I first, especially went to college, to grocery shop and meal plan for myself, because I was like buying for a family of 6 or a family of 4, like when my older siblings moved out. It portions out your serving sizes so that your calories are accurate. So it'll tell you that you need 8 ounces of chicken breast. I'll go through, cut out, and measure 8 ounces of chicken breast, and that's what I'm eating tonight. It also has meals that can take 15 minutes, and there are meals that can take hours, depending on your timeline and the appliances that you have in your kitchen. So I want to better follow that app to track my food and have an understanding of what I want to do. They do have specific diets on there. So if you're keto, if you're pescatarian, any kind of diet where you need some more ideas of what you would like to eat, then you can use this app and it will cater to your food preferences. Number 4, I'm limiting the amount of times I eat out per week to 3 times a week. 1, because this has a financial aspect to it, but 2, I just don't need to go out and eat the amount of calories that can be in food bought outside of my house. So I think it's going to be more beneficial to me to only eat at restaurants kind of for special occasions, or maybe I'm just bored and I don't want to eat the lunch I brought to work, so I go around the corner and I buy some barbecue at a spot that we like. And the 5th one might stress some of y'all out and y'all might think it's completely unrealistic, but my 5th one is to completely stop eating fast food. That might sound ridiculous, but I've realized that the only fast food I consistently eat now is Chick-fil-A. And in all honesty, it's probably the worst one, because that Chick-fil-A meal has 2,500 calories in it. Let's talk about it, sis. Especially if you get the drink. So I've already given up all the others. McDonald's, Zaxby's, Burger King, all those. I stopped eating those years ago. But Chick-fil-A has got me by the throat. So it's the last one that I'm truly just going to give up. And another part of that is all the grease, all the fast food. It's not good for me. And for me, it's going to be what I consider fast food. I consider fast food to be places with drive-thrus and, just your standard burgers, joints kind of things. Some of you guys might think Chipotle is fast food. I don't consider Chipotle fast food. Quite frankly, because every time I go in there, I'm in there for 30 minutes somehow. So I don't consider it fast food, but that might be fast food to you. But I'm still going to be eating Chipotle. But any kind of drive-through chain, I'm pretty much giving up completely. And my final goal is to utilize everything I just previously said, and I want to lose 65 pounds. I know that might be a lot to some people who know me in real life, but I think people significantly underestimate just how much I weigh. For my height, I'm a big girl, and I may not look like a big girl, but I weigh about 60 to 70 pounds more than I should, more than I feel comfortable. So that is my goal, to drop 60 pounds by my birthday of next year. My birthday's in October. And I'm not going to put myself on a crazy timeline or do all this crazy liquid diets and try to just get the weight off. I want to lose this sustainably, and I want to change my life so that way I can continue to maintain the weight after I lose it. So next we have my professional goals, and I'm doing professional in 2 categories. So I have my professional job, my 9 to 5, and then I have my professional side hustles, right? I've grouped those together as just professional. I want to start going into work earlier. I kind of want to start going to work about 8 a.m. Right now I get to work at about 9, sometimes 9:15. My job doesn't require me to be at work at a specific time. They just ask that if you come in later, put in your 8 hours and make sure that you're on top of all your work. They're very understanding of that. But what I have found is when I was going in at 9:15, and then me being me, a little bit of a workaholic, I wasn't leaving the office till probably 7. And by the time I get home at 7, I have to feed my dog, I have to cook for myself, and then I'm ready to go to bed. It doesn't really allow me a lot of times to do things in the evenings. So I want to get better about being a morning person and kind of waking up, doing the personal goals that we had already talked about, but allowing myself to get to work somewhere between 8 and 8:15 as opposed to 9 and 9:15. 2, I want to successfully pass all parts of my LARE exam. If you don't know, my undergraduate degree was in landscape architecture, and then I got a master's degree in urban planning, both from the University of Georgia. With my degree being a professional degree, there is a license exam. So it is a 4-part exam and then a 1-part state exam. And I would like to pass all 4 of those parts this year and become a licensed landscape architect. That is a big personal and also a personal goal of mine. Landscape architecture is a very whitewashed profession. There are very few people of color in landscape architecture, especially women of color. Very, very minimal. It's kind of understood that about 1% of licensed landscape architects are Black women. So I will be in a very, very select few small group, and I want that. I want to be able to be a part of the discussion of diversity in my profession, and having women specifically, Black women specifically, more likely to go to college for this profession and get licensed in it. So that's all my 9 to 5 professional goals, and now we're going to get into my side hustle professional goals. Number 1, I want to consistently post on YouTube every single week, no excuses. Every single Sunday, I want to bring you all a video. I love making videos. I love recording videos. I love the whole process of talking to you guys. But for some reason, when it gets to editing and uploading, your girl just can't do it. So I want to change that this year. I want this year to be the year that I commit to YouTube in a way, and commit to doing something that I've been really wanting to do since I was a teenager. So 52 uploads this year, no excuses, every Sunday, no matter what. Following that goal, I would like to get 1,000 subscribers this year. Currently I have about 240 subscribers, and I appreciate every single one of y'all for hanging on to my inconsistent, never posting behind, and I appreciate that so much. But I would like to grow my audience and get to know you all more and provide you all with content that you're interested in. So I hope that we can do that. And since we've gone through my YouTube goals, will you please subscribe to my channel? Will you please leave a like on this video? Will you please help me get to my goal of having 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year? Number 3, I'm starting a podcast. I am a true crime fanatic. I absolutely love true crime, if you don't know that. And it's actually a portion of my channel that I will be bringing up very, very soon. Watch out for the videos. There may or may not be some true crime makeup content dropping this month. Can't say. Who knows? Not me. So with starting that podcast, I also want to be consistent on there. Right now, I've committed to uploading on the 1st and the 15th of every month with my podcast. And the trailer for that podcast is actually live right now, and you can go follow, subscribe, whatever they do on podcasts, that podcast right now. And that is called Kept on Ice. And it's going to be focusing on cold cases and other unsolved mysteries that I just find really interesting. And I would love for you all to join me over there so we can have a really cool conversation about unsolved cases. I've also started an Instagram for Kept on Ice if you would like to follow that and see all the updates about that as well. And finally, I would like to have 500 followers on that Instagram page, as well as listening to my podcast on a regular basis. again, am growing my audience and improving my ability to spread my voice and get some answers on these cold cases. They really need to be discussed and they really need to be talked about. I'll have a more thorough video on that next week so you can get a full understanding of what I hope to get out of Kept on Ice. And finally, I have my financial goals for 2023, and they're very simple. First, I want to buy a home. I want to buy property. I want to own property, because renting sucks because you pay somebody else 20 grand a year and you get nothing to show for it. So I want to stop that this year. My hope is that when my lease is up in this place, I will be moving into my brand new home. I will tell you, I will not be doing any kind of house tours or anything like that. I don't like those videos because I'm always like, why is everybody showing everybody the inside of their house with their nice stuff? But I would like to buy a house this year. And you'll know because the background will change. When the background changes, Devin has bought a house. 2, I want to maintain $5,000 in my savings account no matter what for any kind of emergency. I would prefer to not have to go into debt or take out any kind of personal loan for any kind of emergency that may come up. I have a dog who could get sick. With me wanting to own a home, there are emergencies and things that happen with houses, especially when you live in the state of Florida. There's flooding, there's rainstorms, there's hurricanes, all of those things. So I would like to be able to take care of any kind of catastrophic event without having to send me into debt. 3, I want to completely pay off all of my debts. Firstly, my student loans. I'm still hoping they will be forgiven, but with the government being the government, who knows if that's actually going to happen. But that's going to be the number one thing I need to pay off. I also have a little bit of credit card debt, but nothing I couldn't pay off in a month or 3. My car note. I would like to pay off my car this year. Just as another bill that I don't have to be bothered with. It would be really nice. The only debt I'm really trying to have attached to my name in 2023 is my mortgage. That's the only debt I'm allowing to touch my name. Everything else will be taken care of and it will be paid off in full this year. So that's all my New Year's resolutions, guys. And as you can see, they are specific, they are measurable, they are achievable, they are realistic, and they are timely. And that's going to give me the ability to get through everything and actually make sure I do it. I also think a good tip for your New Year's resolution is if you ain't never done nothing before, aka go to the gym 4 times a week, give yourself some grace. You're gonna mess up, you're gonna forget things, and it's okay. Just because you forget to do something one day does not mean that you give up on it and get rid of the New Year's resolution. There have been days I haven't made up my bed, and you know what, we'll make it up tomorrow. Stuff happens, and sometimes I just don't feel like it. But it's important to set up these goals and set up a routine for yourself. So don't give up on yourself, don't give up on your goals. If there's something that you want and there's something that you desire for 2023, go get it. There is no reason that you shouldn't have it. There is nothing that you don't deserve in this world. And you need to believe in that so that you can go get it. If you want that promotion, pursue it. If you want to quit your job, pursue it responsibly and make sure you can actually take care of yourself, your bills, your family, your kids, all that stuff. But if that is something that you're trying to do, take the steps to go get it. If you want to start a business, go do it. There's nothing should stop you. The only thing standing in your way is you, majority of the time. You not believing in yourself, you not going after what you want, you thinking that you can't do it. So get into that mindset, form the plan, write it down, get something on paper, get a checklist, get a notebook. I'm a calendar girly. I write everything down in my calendar. I already have my 2023 notebook starred with dates and video ideas and when videos will be going up and everything. Do that. Get a way to get organized so that you can pursue and get the things that you want out of this year. I believe in you. I need you to believe in yourself. But that's everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. And I hope that you're gonna write down your resolutions and you're gonna stick with them and you're gonna go get them and you're going to change your life this year. And I hope you have an amazing 2023. And I hope that this video kind of gives you a little bit of a kick to get started. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Please sure to comment down below anything you would like to comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel on the way out. It would really mean a lot to me. Thank you so much again for watching, and I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye guys.